Hey guys, this is gamingwithtape, and today you join me for another episode of Subscriber Designs, and we start with an update from last episode, actually. This comes to me from Misharik, and this is Thomas the Jet Engine. Last time he sent me Thomas the Tank Engine, and now we have Thomas the Jet Engine. So I thought I'd start with this, since I have no VTOL today. Guys, your VTOL game is pretty weak now. I mean, come on. Anyway, so we get our Kerbal out of the cockpit, detach the cockpit, and it's pretty much just, Thomas the Tank Engine from last time with a bunch of wings and engines strapped to it. And actually some AMRAAM and Sidewinder missiles, because, you know, sometimes he's got to kill people. All of these buttons do random things. There we go. The action groups are a little weird, but it's okay. Alright, so yes, now we have a Kerbal flying the flying engine. It doesn't fly the best. Yeah, there we go. Let's try that again. But no, I thought this was fun. The last episode, the rendition of this is actually quite good. I think it looks quite nice. Annoyingly, this is 1.3.1, so BD Armory only sort of works. The UI doesn't properly work. I don't really know why. If I open this, it just says nothing, and oh, there we go. Now it works. Well, fuck me, I guess. All right, so let's get going. I think engine. Yeah, there we go. There's all the buttons that do things. Oh no, the weapons tab doesn't open. That's the thing about the BD Armory thing in 1.3.1. I don't know if that's been fixed. I haven't really checked. But yes, this is so this is the jet engine. The oh shit! Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay. Oh my god! No, 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 no! There we go. Yeah, yeah. Thomas the Jet Engine, and it has some missiles. I can fire them manually, I guess. And there we go. And I guess I can also activate these guns if I really wanted to, and start shooting. This would solve a lot of Thomas's problems, I reckon. I mean, I don't really remember exactly what problems he had. What happened in any of the episodes except that super creepy one I mentioned last time? I don't actually remember. I feel like he probably had some pretty... Well, I mean, trains don't really have a ton of problems. I mean, you know, train workers probably do, because aren't the bosses all, like, total pieces of shit or something? But, I don't know, man. Southern Rail in Britain is pretty bad. It's just, you can never get a fucking train. Although, you know, the train I got the other day was fine, so I don't know what people are complaining about. Anyway, yeah, there's not much to talk about this. I just like the update. And, of course, you can pull the parachute and explode his face. Just to traumatize children. Just explode Thomas the Tank Engine's face. Just... That'd be horrifying. That'd be great. Alright, let's move on to the next thing. So the next little thing we're looking at is a Deca-Plane. This comes to me from Harry, and the quote is, because 10 wings are better than 2, somebody probably. Yeah, so this is a Deca-Plane. We've had biplanes, we've had triplanes, we've had monoplanes, but have we ever had a Deca-Plane? I actually feel like maybe there was one once, but never in KSP, probably. But no, this is pretty cool. I just used these two little engines as well. It's like totally not overkill. I think this was probably submitted for World War II Fighter Jet Showdown, but I thought it was a little bit just sort of... I don't know, I kind of wish I put it in now, but yeah. It does have some 50 cals on the front, so I guess I could enable them. Well, I could, yeah. There we go, we can fire one. But the bullets don't work. I've really got to update BD Armory. Anyway, though, it is actually pretty nice to fly. Like, it's maneuverable. It doesn't roll very well, I have to say, considering it has all these wings. But it does pitch quite well, and it does have excellent control because of its 10 wings. It's never going to stall out. Like, you can pull as hard as you want, and that prograde marker just follows you. It's fantastic. This actually probably would make a pretty good fighter, honestly, because it has such excellent kind of control. Like, it's going forward the whole time when you're turning. There's no kind of like lag. It's quite impressive. I wonder if I can land this on the VAB, given that I didn't have a VTOL today. Seriously, guys, VTOL game. You know, it's not strong. Although I have had a lot of VTOLs. Maybe I should retire the obligatory VTOL. All right, I'm gonna have to line up because this doesn't roll particularly quickly. Oh, we've still got that one gun, not really fire. It's blanks. We're just firing blanks. I mean, we're flying around our own buildings. You think we're going to fire real bullets? You know? Oh, man, I really should have replaced all of Penguin's bullets with blanks in Fall of Kerbin. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, ooh, stalling. Oh, yeah, this isn't going to land on the VAB. Okay, I can do this. I'm going to land this on the VAB. That's going to be my challenge for today. This isn't even one of the big things I'm looking at, so I probably shouldn't spend too much time looking at it. But hey, we're landing on the VAB. I got to do it every episode, otherwise... Oh shit, if I just really stall the fuck out of it. There we go. Haboom! Most of the plane is there, and the pilot is alive. Ooh, I wonder if it flies well like this, missing half of its wings, and one of its wheels. Okay, I don't think... Well, if I just get it off the VAB, then I can just sort of glide. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, and pull up! Wow, I have to say, not bad. Jesus Christ, this is actually really good. Well done, Harry. This is, it flies really well. Even missing, like, the bottom part of its wings. I think this would make a fantastic fighter. I'm sorry I didn't put it in one of the fighter jet showdowns. Hey, fuck it, put it in a real fighter jet showdown. Build a bigger one with afterburners. Put it in Season 3. That's my challenge to you, man. Make it as good as this. Alright, anyway, let's move on to the next craft. This is fantastic, though. So the next craft I'm looking at is a Concorde, which comes to me from Owen, and this is actually really... It's a really nice version of the Concorde. Now, a lot of the features come from Airplane Plus, like the drop nose cockpit, which is there so that you can see the runway. So it also rises up, because in the real Concorde, the supersonic jet, it had a drop nose so that it made it easier to land. So here I have like terrible visibility because it's such a small cockpit, but I can drop the nose. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, but yeah, let's get it taken off, because this is of course a replica of the real Concorde, and the wing design is really nice because, like I was saying, like this feature is obviously just comes straight from Airplane Plus, but the wings are actually a really good rendition. They look really, really like the actual Concorde wings. I'm actually sort of blown away. The sweep is almost perfect. I mean, I should probably Google an image. This is from memory, but still, it's really nice. And also, the intakes on the bottom, because it's using 4 ramjet engines. I don't think the real Concorde used ramjets, but yeah. And then it's also got this kind of custom shrouds for the intakes, which also look a lot like the Concorde. I really do like this quite a lot. And then, of course, you can see this is when I up the nose. So this is my visibility with the nose down. If I bring it up, does it actually change anything in KSP? Yeah, it does. It would make it easier to land. I'm going to try and land it from the cockpit. But first, let's see if it actually gets supersonic. This is actually quite a big jet. How much does this weigh? That's 65 tons. So 4 engines isn't a lot in KSP for a 65-ton vehicle, but it is going to get up to supersonic because, of course, these are ramjets and they are going to increase in thrust. It's probably going to go extremely fast once it breaks that sound barrier, but it is going to be hard to break the sound barrier. There's actually a lot of interesting work going into new supersonic jets, because the main problem with the Concorde was it had a lot of problems. I mean, it couldn't do a ton of flight paths because of the sonic boom. People didn't want to hear that over the city. Also, it was quite small. How is this on the inside? Oh, you're all in the cockpit, right? You're going back into the passenger seat. I hope you're not doing anything. Wait, you. Okay, there we go. Let's transfer you back here. Let's take a look in the cockpit. Ooh. It's actually probably nice, more room than the Concorde. That was the other problem, is there wasn't a lot of room inside the Concorde because it was so kind of thin. Obviously, it does get up to supersonic, but I'm quite low in the atmosphere. Anyway, let's go in for a landing. But yeah, there's quite a lot of work going into newer supersonic jets that would be slightly slower, but I think generally better. I actually don't know a ton about it, but if you go to the channel Real Engineering, if you don't follow that, you should, because it's really interesting. There's a couple of videos about the future of supersonic flight, which is really cool, because I'd like to see supersonic flight again. Although it is very expensive, but there's this plane they're working on which would be almost as fast as the Concorde, and I think would just be somehow bigger, so that it would just be nicer to go on. And you'd be able to fly from Los Angeles, take a business meeting in Australia, in Melbourne, and then fly back the same day and be back for dinner. I think that's really cool. It's a shame we lost the Concorde, but it was an impractical aircraft. Its fuel consumption was too high as well. That was one of the main things that made it extremely expensive. But there's work going into that not being a thing by slightly reducing the speed. I don't know a ton about this, but I know there's a lot of work going into supersonic jets, so I wanted to look at this. And also, it's just a nice looking aircraft. I mean, the wings are always going to be a bit seamy in KSP, but the shape is really good. Anyway, so yes, I'm actually going to go from the cockpit now. No, I'm going to fly from here. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Ooh, can I? Oh shit! Can I drop the nose without? If I pin this, can I? Is there an action group for this? Let's find out. Let's press all the buttons. There is not. Okay. So, yeah, this is what it would look like if I'm flying normally, which you can see the visibility is pretty bad, and as I kind of get closer to the runway, it's going to be pretty much impossible to see. Oh, wow, I hate flying from the... This is horrible. Oh, Jesus. Trying to line it up. I also don't know my speed. 146 meters a second. We want to keep that higher. We want to be landing really, really fast. I keep hitting the map button. Is my gear deployed? No. I've got to stop checking. You know, man. I've got to just know these things. I'm a pilot now. I will have to go out of the cockpit, though, to lower the nose. But yeah, you can see as I kind of level out and get close to the runway, it's almost impossible to see it. But I keep hitting map instead of cockpit. Anyway, but then I go out, I droop the nose. Apparently it's not drop nose, it's droop nose. And there we go, my visibility's much better. It's a shame I should have put an action group on that, really. Or, well, actually, no, Owen should have done it. It's all his fault. Blame him. Anyway, oh god, this is going to be a rough landing. I'm coming in real skew-if. This is real bad. You can also do this in KSP. Oh no, apparently not. Usually when you double-click on the windows, you actually raise up a bit so you can see it better. I don't think I haven't landed an aircraft from the cockpit in a very long time, and never something this big and this cumbersome. So we're gonna die, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, no, we're good. Level out, line it up, pull up. Can't really see the nav ball either. Pull up, oh Jesus! I think we landed. I think we're good. Oh shit, we're going off the edge of the runway. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. And, wow, I fucking nailed it. Droop nose, really interesting design, because the aircraft was quite short, so they needed to extend visibility. Anyway, thank you to Owen for that. I really like the Concorde, and it was nice to sort of vaguely talk about the future of supersonic flight. But like I say, if you're interested in that kind of stuff and you haven't watched Real Engineering's videos, go and watch them. Anyway, let's move on to the last thing for today. So, the final craft today comes to me from Fatal Centurion, and this is apparently called the Small Sat Launcher. Now, when I first looked at this, I was like, small satellite launcher, this is quite the large rocket. When you look inside, it's actually launching 40 really small satellites to, apparently, orbit of the moon. So we're going to fire this up now and see how it flies. Yeah, so apparently this can deliver 40 small satellites to orbit of the moon, which is pretty cool. I really just like it because that's often how a lot of space launches go. Not to the moon, sadly, but they'll deploy multiple satellites rather than just one big one, because you don't actually need to build these giant satellites anymore a lot of the time. Obviously, sometimes you do. But if you look at a lot of SpaceX launches, the deployment phase is usually like 8 little ones, which is quite cool. Although, often it's just one big satellite. Satellites are always bigger than I think they're gonna be. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a little box I could hold, but no, it's like the size of a bus. I don't know why in my head they're so small. I don't know, maybe it's from playing them in KSP. It's like, well, on the screen, they're really small. They're like, you know, they're smaller than, you know, a phone. They're tiny. Anyway, so yeah, rocket seems to be launching pretty well. Didn't have any launch clamps. I mean, it's fine, but you don't want to be resting your rocket on the engines. Although apparently that's sort of the SpaceX plan for landing the ITS is a bit crazy. They're like Mars rocket. These fairings are doing a shitty job. It's starting to wobble around quite a lot. Is it controlling from the satellite? That's not what you want. Is there a control core in here somewhere? Please tell me there is. I think there is. I see you. I see you, motherfucker. Oh god damn it. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Come on. Oh no. No. I see you. Uh-oh, everything's shaking around. Everything's going to hell, but I need to control from the place. I don't know if I already am, but it would be just really nice to... Oh, I should lock the camera. I'm an idiot. There we go. This will make it easier. You control from here? I think I already was. Well, anyway. Jesus, this camera's all fucked up. I've forgotten what I was saying, but something about small satellites and big satellites and... Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm not paying attention. There we go. It might not make it to the moon. My launch profile's pretty bad because I spent ages trying to change the control point because I was freaking out. Oh, don't physical time warp. You know, I'm just going to deploy these into Kerbal orbit. I'm sure it can go to the moon, but Yeah. Oh, and yeah, you can also deploy the boosters, of course. Yeah, there they go! Oh, shit. Awesome. Cool, little... Not a Carl of Cross. A Carl of 6. A Carl of Star. Yeah, I don't know. There's that Soyuz that launches and doesn't do a Carl of Cross. It's like, fuck you. That's not a Soyuz, that's just a shitty rocket. Wow, they really tumble. Like, really close to the vehicle as well. It's getting quite worrying. And they're picking up speed. I think they've become sentient. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, it's quite impressive that, you know, sentience in KSP. That's quite the achievement. Anyway, no, the weird forces on spinning objects in KSP defy all laws of physics. It would be Nobel Prize worthy to determine why that happens. These really shake around. I mean, I like this idea, but man, Fatal Centurion, a few struts would have been nice. I don't know if you can strut things inside fairings, though. Well, not to the fairing, but yeah, that's quite shaky. Just gonna max the engine. Alright. Well, it does get them... Well, I don't know if it gets them to orbit yet. I haven't actually completed it. Ooh. Yeah, I'm fucking this up more than the design is. The design's quite good. I've just really screwed this. With my crazy, terrible launch profile. Alright, well, pull up a little bit. You know, just do this a touch. I think it's got more than enough Delta V. Apparently it can go to the moon. So, yeah, I'm going to say that it has all the Delta V. It's a massive, yeah, rocket here. I won't take it all the way to the moon just because, well, I'll probably fuck it up. No, just for brevity. Yeah, we are falling back to Kerbal now, actually. That's not ideal. Alright, I shouldn't have ditched those boosters. I wanted to show them off. Yeah, we are really starting to fall. Okay, let's pitch up like this. Are we counteracting this now? Looks like it, yeah. Alright. Why is there a plane down there? Why is it in the ocean? Jesus, what happened here? Oh yeah, didn't I crash something that last episode? I mean, I always crash something, but you know, pretty sure Oh yeah, I crashed the Deca-Plane. I landed the Concorde like a boss, like a glove. Although I was, yeah, mostly freaking out the whole time. Come on, pull downward. Really sways. That is quite the counterweight on the other end. It's also an interesting exploration into counterweights. Yeah, this craft has it all. Alright, and... Come on, basically in orbit. Yeah, nice and circular. Anyway, alright, let's quick save here, just in case I somehow fuck up fairing deployment. And yes, those are the 40 satellites. That's pretty cool. Let's deploy them all just in one. That's how SpaceX does it. Just... Jesus Christ, what happened here? Let's deploy the others as well. That was cool. It's like bonked the other ones. What are these satellites looking like? Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're just little communication satellites, so they've all got... Ooh, oh, I hit the wrong button. They've all got antennas. Extend antenna. I should have deorbited them. That'd be cool. No, I actually wouldn't. The heating effects would be kind of lame. But yeah, these are just cool, like basically CubeSats, really. I mean, they're using the cube. I really like this. This is really nice. I like that there's 40 of them as well. It's crazy. I also like that I got to like ram a bunch of satellites with a bunch of other satellites. Look at that. It's quite nice. Anyway, so yes, thank you to Fatal Centurion for this. I just like the idea of launching 40 satellites in one. That's really cool. And, you know, it's often what happens, you know, with CubeSats and just smaller satellites. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I always do like doing subscriber designs. It's always just a little bit of crazy fun. A little bit of unexpected pendulousness. But yeah, anyway, get your stuff sent in for Fighter Jet Showdown Season 3, which will happen at some point. And also for subscriber designs. If you've got VTOLs, I need VTOLs, man. There was no VTOL today. I am having VTOL withdrawals. Or just whatever you want to send in. If it's a crazy train that flies. Or a plane with 10 wings. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been KSP with Tape. I will see you next time.